Hello, this is Warpath985 speaking, and in today's video / review, I shall be discussing a character I do enjoy a lot, which is good old Bazooka. Now, Bazooka was one of the many characters in the original G.I. Joe ARAH series, cartoon, whatever, and was frequently paired up with fellow Joe, Alpine. And I currently do not own Alpine, which is kind of sad per se, but I do own many other Joes from the same year. The figure is quite nice. He, of course, is very much Bazooka. This entire mold, I believe, was first introduced with Bazooka. It was then, of course, reused for, I believe, Balrog? I don't know. He's one of Sergeant Slaughter's. I can't remember their names. It's probably Slaughter's Marauders. He's one of his members, Slaughter's Marauders. Yeah. He also uses the same mold in general because he also wears a jersey. The figure does have a lot of accessories. Comes with a little, technically it's like I want to say a law missile, not a law tow missile, but similar to it. It is technically inspired by a real anti-armor missile, but instead of it being a one-shot, it actually has multiple rounds. I'm trying to focus on in here. There you go. As you see on the backpack, which also can be removed. It comes with exactly 4, and you can also load in all 4 missiles within the missile launcher, which was of course a common gimmick within the 25th anniversary and general G.I. Joe toy line, which certain munitions can be removed and replaced. The missile / rocket launcher pieces can be placed all onto the backpack, which is amazing, which of course helps out with a bunch of different things, especially parts not going missing, and etc. And the helmet is very much unique to Bazooka. I believe Bazooka is the only one who uses this helmet, unless somehow Clutch uses a similar helmet, because Clutch has a his chin strap off on the 25th. No, the Bazooka version where his chin strap's like this. Although I'm not really sure if it shares the same mold. Chin strap can be unplugged and plugged back on, which is pretty cool. I believe a couple other figures can do the same thing, although I believe this figure does it the best because it looks a lot less, I don't know, bulky per se. And the figure's head is not that very good if you have the helmet off, although with the helmet on it looks perfect. The only problem with this figure's head, I think it's mostly just because the mustache is too big, and I'm trying to focus on this figure, but it's quite hard. There you go. The mustache is too big, and the general head is too small. That's my problem with this figure. Also, he looks very frowny, which it definitely does work for Bazooka, because Bazooka is always very stoic, even though he's quite a goofball inside the cartoon. Even though in the comic book he was vastly more intelligent. Even though the cartoon did imply that he more or less had a weird speech impediment, but he had this really large amount of intelligence when it comes to, I believe it was munitions and various other explosives, because he knew. He knows a lot, if I recall correctly from the cartoon. Although I'm not really sure, because the cartoon has a lot of character arcs and etc. within it. The articulation of the figure is standard for, of course, 25th anniversary stuff. I'm gonna put the base bit back on, but yeah, has a ab crunch, but no side to side. It can go out and a general good old fashioned G.I. Joe 25th anniversary articulation. Although with the helmet on, the chin strap does cause a slight predicament when it comes to the ball joint on the general head/neck, because it does hinder its articulation. Trying to get the chin strap on. And of course, it doesn't have that very good of a elbow, but at least it does the general job. The knee can only bend that far, can go very far, technically down slash out per se, but not very much in. You can't really go that further because there's like a huge amount of like straps and general detail on the boots, which looks pretty cool, but this hindered the articulation. Now, Bazooka was also released in a, I want to say, a 3-pack with good old Dusty, I believe. Another character came out the same year, and I want to say Destro. I believe it was Destro. Or was it Firefly? Maybe it was Zartan. I think it was Zartan. I think they're packed in with Zartan, because I think Destro was packed in with Duke, and I want to say no, it was Hawk and Leatherneck. They were packed in Zartan, and I believe Dusty and Bazooka were packed in the same 3-pack in the 50th anniversary toy line. Let me just fix this posing here. Much better. Just put that there. Yeah, that works. Now, the figure in general is very detailed, even though it's quite old. It's just basically the same age as me at this point. Actually, not a little bit older. I think this figure was released in 2008 or 9. I'm not really sure. But yeah, again, the 50th anniversary was very much the same figure, although it did reuse the old. Technically, it's not really old, but more as a time recent per se, of the Resolute. I want to say, I just call it like Missile Bazooka, not Bazooka, but Roadblock. Where basically came with a big old bazooka, I believe. I think it used that mold from Roblox. It was one of the molds that Roblox used in the Retaliation toy line, which Bazooka reused mostly. I say the general body, but not the head. I think the head was, actually no, the torso, the crotch, chest, the arms, I believe, and the head were. Head, the backpack, the missile, and the helmet were the same as the 25th anniversary version, but the legs and the feet and etc., technically the calves because the feet weren't articulated when that figure, were used on the Robot version, or reuse of the Robot body mold. It's a lot. That's a lot of stuff that goes into that version of the figure, which also I don't really recommend. I do recommend because it is cheaper than the Mystery figure, even though I got this figure for like $21. Nice deal too. I just don't recommend it because it kind of looks weird. It's a nice like a Night Force figure, but it kind of looks a little weird. There's also like a Tiger Force version that exists, but it was never really updated into a modern 1/18 scale body mold. It was updated into a 6-inch classified body mold version, including the not Robot, but the Bazooka version of the figure. I want to say that's it for this figure / general review. I do recommend this figure. This figure is really nice. I really like this figure. I thought this figure was going to be okay at best, but this figure was really fun when I first got it in hands. My general like hands per se. I love how this figure like feels. It feels like very, I don't know, it feels very like nice in your hand. I think it has to do with the general with the accessories, and well, this figure is pretty big. and very hefty too. It was very like hefty, like G.I. Joe figure, which is kind of interesting because a lot of them are either quite lightweight or not so very hefty. But yeah, I recommend this figure if you can find it for a good price, because sometimes this figure goes for like 25 to I want to say 50. It's like the top price I found for it on the eBay or whatever. But I did get this figure for exactly $21, complete and all. Not really the card, but the file card either. But I just got the figure itself, which is pretty good. That's all for this review. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you later. Bye.